Who is your father? Welcome, friends, to another Mercy Moment Emery episode as we gear up and prepare tomorrow to celebrate all the fathers, all the dads out there, all those who have experienced the privilege of having children. And just the whole concept of a Father's Day can really invoke a lot of emotions in a lot of you. And I'm very sensitive to that because everyone has a different perception of what a daddy is, of what a father is, of what a dad has been in their life. And some of you have been desperately and utterly broken by the absence of a man that was called to fulfill a role but didn't, who didn't show up, who neglected you, who even harmed or abused you. So I want to start the beginning here and just say, maybe today is the day that you receive restoration. Maybe today is the day that you really meet your true father, because God in heaven reveals himself as Father. It's powerful that he chose, of all the titles, all of the different relationships on the planet, he chose to reveal himself as Father, everlasting Father. This is powerful, and if you've had a horrible and terrible demonstration of what a father is in your life, I really want to encourage you to push into God today and say, God, I really want to know you as Father. I want to receive your restoration. I want to receive your redemption. I want to be renewed because I've been broken by a man that was supposed to be or called himself my father or dad. And I need your restoration. So, friends who are listening, you're dealing with that brokenness, and this day is heavy on your heart. Or maybe you've even lost your dad. I want to invite you to know the Father as he really is. And as I've just been thinking about Father's Day here in my backyard, I was just thinking about my father, how he has led me through some of the greatest crazy circumstances and events. His love has been an anchor, and his guidance has been my strength as I've looked to him to reveal himself and to reveal the way. Because he says he will teach and instruct in the way in which we should go. He will counsel us with his eye upon us. That is the Father heart of God. Not to abuse, not to neglect, not to take from you, but to strengthen, fortify, and equip you and guide you in the path. That's a foundational role of fatherhood. Someone who guides you. Man, there sure are a lot of twists and turns, a lot of unknowns, but to have a guide, it's priceless. And many of you have had good fathers, and you celebrate that today, even if they're not physically with you and they lived and left a legacy. There's a lot to celebrate there. So I wanted to get on the front end, just that word of restoration, but fatherhood is such a powerful role, and I'm learning and growing. I have a lot to learn. I'm just a young buck. As I'm only 26, I have had 2 girls, one still with us, and there's so much I still have yet to learn. So much of my heart still needs to be shaped to the sacrifice and the love to receive. Because the thing is, friends, if you've had a good or bad dad, he's limited, no matter who he is. He can't give what he hasn't received. And some of the dads have not received a whole lot, so they really can't give a whole lot. So seeing it from that lens liberates from resentment, regret, and bitterness. Don't get trapped by that stuff. There's 5 men I want to highlight, because fatherhood is not just a role, as my pups are playing in the background here, is not just a role that's biological. It's very much a role of influence. And that influence, pups, is not just a role that a man that physically has you has. It's also a role that men who are very intentional invest into another's life. Father power is very, very, very missing in our land today, as many men are a bunch of little boys running around with age but no maturity. That's got to stop. The foundation of society rests in the family unit, and men are the building block. It's not a matter of who's more important or better. It's a matter of function and role. And men are the foundation of a good society. Women are just as critical. So please hear me, women. I'm not knocking womanhood, motherhood. Oh my gosh. It's a team effort. The two strengths. There's two different strengths, the masculine and the feminine. I don't want to get off base there. I just want to say, men, you're critical. You're vital. And your role is unfulfilled if you are not present. No one can replace you, Dad. No one can replace you, Father. The way I look at dad and father, the difference there. Dad is a casual term, maybe of endearment. Father is more formal, holds more authority, gives more respect. So it's interesting, Father's Day. Father I see as someone who's very intentionally engaged, who's raising their children, equipping, strengthening, walking alongside, correcting, training them up in righteousness, training them up in the way they should go. That is fatherhood. And God the Father is the perfect example. I can't give what I haven't received. I've said this many times, friends, but may that stick. So I want to honor 5 men in my life, 5 men who've really had that father power. First one, of course, my dad, who biologically brought me into the world. His DNA. I love you, Dad. So proud of you, so grateful as you made that adventure out to Washington. I'm sad I can't be with you today, but I am thinking about you and appreciate you. Secondly, I think of my grandpa. My grandpa was really the one who showed me what a man was. He was a big player in my life growing up as a firefighter for 25 years on the Phoenix Fire Department. A man who was heavily invested and intentional. So cool. So grateful for my grandpa. And then I think of Pastor Paul Dietz. It's been a while since we've connected lately. We've had a lot of transitions. But Pastor Paul, I'm forever grateful for you and the way that you came in my early junior high years, really from age 12 through high school, through my graduation of college, and you were there for me. And you loved on me, you walked with me, and I'm forever grateful for you and the father power that you played in my life. And then fourthly, I think of my papa Stan. Stan, you've been a source of strength, a source of showing me masculinity, showing me what a godly man is, and how to be a disciple. Forever grateful for our relationship, Papa. I love you. And then lastly, by no means the last of many men who've invested in my life, but the big players who've invested deeply. Erik Estrada, I'm so grateful for you, bro. So grateful for you showing me the way of what it means to be a husband. You've really showed me at the highest level, and you've empowered and equipped me in what I now give. I'm forever grateful for our relationship, brother, and for your father power in my life. With that said, friends, I love the role of father. Forever grateful for the men in my life who've been that. And no matter where you find yourself, no matter what your experience has been of father and dad, may you receive redemption, may you receive healing, and may you really know God as He really is, the perfect Father. Love you, friends, and happy Father's Day.